G'day guys, Greg here. Now it's meat pie review time, and today I'm going to be trying this meat pie right here. It's the Ivan's Chunky Beef Pie from Aldi. Premium Australian beef slow cooked with our rich homestyle gravy in our delicious golden pastry. That sounds good. Now if you do buy these, it'll set you back about $8, and is 2 pies at 360 grams, so 180 grams each. Now they're looking pretty nice with some green stuff on top there. I'm wondering what that is and how much beef is actually in it. Well, let's find out. Well, ingredients: wheat flour, then beef 25%. It's got a few numbers there and words. It's got onion, celery, carrot, cornstarch, tomato paste, beef bouillon and egg. And if it tastes any good, it says the energy is 1770 kilojoules, which means you could probably have about 5 of these pies every day and still have a body. Like the old Grego. It's about 9% protein, 10% fat, 23% carbs, and sodium. Well, you're probably going to be adding some extra sodium in your tomato sauce, aren't you? Anyway, how about we just crack it open and see what these look like out of the packet. Oh, all right. Well, looks like a bird did a poop on there, but they're interesting shape, bit oblonged, and they're not that thick, but they seem pretty good. Now, will it weigh the 180 grams like they say it does? Oh, 185, nice. And this one? 227? Crikey! That's quite a big difference, but it's good to know. Anyway, how do we cook these things? Well, heating instructions: preheat oven to 180 degrees, fan forced. Remove pies from packaging and place onto oven tray. Heat for 25 minutes or until product is heated through. Heating times and temperatures may vary. God, only ovens vary. Caution: contents will be hot after heating. Well, it's better than being cold after heating. Anyway, speaking about heating, let's heat up the oven. 180 centigrades. And I'll stick these on an oven tray. Alright, well, the oven's heated up, so we'll stick those pies in. And I'll come back in 25 minutes, give it the old taste test. And I'll also spin them halfway so it gets a nice even heat distribution and crispy coverage. Alright, well, 25 minutes is up. Let's take a look at these bad boys. Whoa. Oh, they look pretty good, but oh, that's hot. Well, they look very nice. So let me just transfer these onto this cutting board. And how about we cut one in half? See what the cross section looks like. Right. Well, says what, 25% beef. I'm guessing that's 25% beef. And that's what it looks like there. Oh, you can see the carrot in there. And this gravy, well, it's very thick. Whoa, oh, that's hot. All right, well, how about we see what this meat tastes like? Although first, I'll see what the pastry tastes like. A little gooey. Well seasoned. Not too bad tasting. Now, we'll see what this filling's like. It's interesting. Well, it did say chunky beef, and there definitely are bits of chunky beef in there, although they are about 1 centimetre cube size, if not smaller. Tastes alright, a little bit chewy. But yeah, there's not a lot of gravy in this to really get a taste of what the gravy is like. It's sort of just chunks of meat, which for some people is probably even better. Not bad. Alright, well I butchered that one, so how about I dive on in to this half. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Well, I'm sort of waiting for this like amazing meat pie flavour to fill my mouth, but all I'm getting is like some nice chewy pastry, which I quite like, and some chunky bits of beef in there, but it sort of doesn't taste like a meat pie. It tastes like a beefy bit of pastry, but I'm not getting like that meat pie flavour. I think because it hasn't really got a gravy in there to really coat the inside of your mouth, it's sort of just missing that. Although, I mean, it's not tasting too bad. It still tastes good, but it hasn't got that real meat pie taste or that meat pie flavour that we all have grown to love. But maybe it'll taste more like a meat pie when I add some tomato sauce. Shoo-doo-up-ba-dee-da-da-da-doo. Ooh yeah, that's a nice coverage. Oh yeah. Oh! Oh boy. I nearly choked and drowned on that tomato sauce. I think I might have put a little bit too much. But it did add a bit of extra flavour. Of course, when you add tomato sauce to a meat pie, it's going to add tons of flavour. And that did. And it sort of made it resemble more of a meat pie, but it still just doesn't have that classic meat pie flavour. It still tastes alright though. And I'm not minding it. It's interesting. I do like that crust. Something about it that is nice and flavourful. It's not flaky. It is a bit chewy and a bit soggy, but it kind of suits this pie. Let me try this one, see if it tastes any better. Wow! Tastes exactly the same! Although this one is way less meaty and way more pastry. So in fact it probably tastes not as good as that big, thicker one that had 40 grams more stuff in it. But I mean, it still tastes okay. Oh, so hot! Oh. Although when I did first bite into it, I thought, oh, is that a steak and kidney pie? One of my worst experiences is that I went to South Stradbroke Island one day. It was at night time. It was pouring rain. Everywhere was shut. The only place that was open was the pub, and they only had one meat pie left, and it was steak and kidney. Oh, it is scarred and etched into my brain. It took me about 10 sessions at the psychologist just so I could even look at a meat pie again. But it's just a minuscule amount of that flavour. It doesn't taste like it, but if you don't like kidney, then join the club. But it doesn't taste like that, so you shouldn't stress about that. But just when I first bit into it, I just had this horrible flashback that's scarred me for life. But this pie's alright, so don't stress. Now, the viewer said that it's one of the best supermarket pies he's had. It is in the fridge section, not the freezer. So it is pretty good, but I'm sure I've had better. I think even Herbert Adams has done a better pie than this, and that's really saying something. But this is alright, it's pretty good. $4 each. They taste alright. Would I go and get another packet of these again? Well, not for $8 I wouldn't. But, I mean, they taste pretty good. But it's definitely not the best meat pie I've had. But as far as supermarket meat pies go, it tastes pretty good. And I probably would go and get this again. Although it'd be halfway down my list. I just think there's a little bit too much pastry in it compared to the filling. The filling needs to probably be twice as much as there was, with some more gravy. The chunks of meat are sort of a little bit flavourless, and they are quite chewy as well. And what there is of the gravy isn't really that flavoursome, but it's alright tasting. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, why don't you show us some thumb and love? Subscribe for more, and I hope this video helps you decide what to try, what to buy, and what to avoid. And I'll see you next time I eat a meat pie. See you then. Oh yeah, this is Greg's Kitchen, where the reviews are made.